Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. What a game. Um, there's a lot of stuff, unfortunately, that we're still not doing up to this point as far as offensive play calling and the defensive secondary. I mean, there's just there's been the same story, dude. I mean, we've won the games. Obviously, we were 5-0 when trailing at the half. Now we're 5-1. But this secondary, I mean, there's only a few good players. Some of these players have worn out. I really feel like they've gotten soft. And I'm talking about, Darius Slay, Bradbury, or maybe it's just the fact that the defensive play calls are just not there. We're going to get into all that, but first, I do want to start with how frustrated I am with the offensive play calling. It is ridiculous, dude. It's ridiculous. 48 passes. When that's not even including Mariota. 51 passes, I should say. 51 passes to only 18 runs. And I know y'all are going to be like, well, they were down, this and that. They shouldn't run the football. But come on, dude. When you don't run the football and you pass it 51 times, you're seeing the result. It's 19-42. That was the final score. So I mean, I don't want to see in the comments, or I don't want to hear from anyone else. Well, you know what? They were down. That's why they passed the ball. No. I'm sorry, but no, because who had the most rushes? Jalen Hurts had the most rushes with 20 yards, including a rushing touchdown. Obviously, the tush push, but that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous to me. He should not be the leading rusher. It should be DeAndre Swift, Gainwell, or Boston Scott. It should be one of those three men. Should be the leading rusher. It should not be Jalen Hurts. It should not be Jalen Hurts. I mean, that's what pisses me off about this offensive coordinator, man. Like, what week are we in? It's week 12, week 13. You'd think he would have gotten it by now. I mean, I guess. You know what? Credit to San Francisco 49ers. They were the better team today. They were the better team. But what I'm frustrated with is how come we can't... Let me tell you what their play calls were on offense. They had, I believe it was 27 passes to 26 rushes. You know how balanced that is? I don't understand why we couldn't do that. That could be, honestly, that play calling could be one of the main reasons why they won this football game. Aside from the fact that we have a weak secondary who's just soft, defensive coordinator, they had 2 stop drives, and then I believe it was 4 or 5 straight scoring drives for the rest of the game. That's ridiculous, dude. Ridiculous. That falls on the whole defense. I mean, yes, you know what, the D-line, they couldn't stop a few runs, but there was more gain yardage, and I'm talking about a 48-yard pass to Deebo Samuel touchdown on the secondary, dude. On the secondary. It's ridiculous. I don't know who the fuck the secondary coach is, but they need to get their head out of their ass, as well as the defensive coordinator, man. Because this is just ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Allowed yards, allowed touchdowns, drives a la verga. Allowed touchdown drives. I mean, it's ridiculous, dude. Ridiculous. And that's not even counting the offside penalties, the false starts on offense. I believe we had one pass interference or something like that. I mean, we need to play better, man. We just really need to play better. Look, I understand. You know what? We had these good teams. We have a couple of injuries. But that doesn't excuse the play calling on offense or defense. You need to come up with better game plans, a whole game plan. I mean, it was just ridiculous. On both sides, we played horrible. On the secondary, mostly. On the defense. And on the offense, simply play calling, man. Simply play calling. You just expect this man, Jalen Hurts, to just find all the answers to every single play and drive. Like, it's ridiculous, man. I mean, yes, you know what? He needs to read defense. I understand that. But there's just plays that you should just say hi. The ball should be out. There should be a well-designed play call from the offensive coordinator. From the offensive coordinator. I mean, it's ridiculous. This guy has to run out the pocket, find answers, run the ball. Like, what else do you want this guy to do? I mean, Jesus, figure it out. Figure it out, dude. And throw some fucking goddamn runs in there. For Christ's sake, man. Run the fucking football. I don't know why you're so hectic and so freaking ignorant, dude, to not run the fucking football. I don't give a fuck if we're down by 3. I don't give a fuck if we're down by 10. If we score a touchdown, if we're down by 3, we have the lead. If we score a touchdown and we're down by 10, we're down by 3. I mean, Jesus. As long as we fucking score and get downfield and not punting the fucking football. Because you don't want to run the damn ball. I mean, Jesus, dude. Like, this guy Brian Johnson, like, Jesus, bro. You need to get your head out of your ass. You cannot pass it 51 times and only run it 18. You had Boston Scott with 1 carry, 2 yards. 1 fucking carry? Are you fucking kidding me, dude? I mean, Jesus. Like, Swift had 6 carries for 13 yards. And I believe Gainwell had like 3 carries or some shit like that. I mean, not a single running back got more than 10 carries. That's ridiculous. That's fucking ridiculous, dude. I think that's what frustrates me more. Not the fact that we a lot, like, honestly, the 42 points, the 5 touchdown drives, and the secondary allowing scoring drives does not piss me off more. It pisses me off more that we ran it 18 times to 51. You know how unbalanced that is? You know how unbalanced that is? Like, that's just, I mean, goddamn, man. Like, and then it's even worse because it's just like, it's like making Lamar Jackson, right? Just fucking pass it 51 and you don't have no running backs. I mean, and you have running backs, but you don't use them. It's ridiculous, dude. It's like having, for instance, Christian McCaffrey today. It's like having him and you don't even use him. You run it with him 6 times. You have DeAndre Swift. You know what I mean? You have Kenneth Gainwell. You have Boston Scott. Like, you have these guys, man. You have these guys. And it sucks because you don't even use them. You don't even use them. Like, we don't even fucking use them, dude. We don't even use them. I mean, Eagles are 10-2 now. Going to Dallas next week. That's my favorite game all season, bro. I look forward to that game every season when the Eagles visit Dallas. The game is so hype for me. This game was hype for me, you know. I lost money on this game. But you know what, dude? We lost fair and square. I mean, yeah, there was a couple of scuffles, which I thought were dumb on both sides. Really stupid. But I think what's even more stupid is the fact that we can't run it 30 times, 25 times. We didn't even get to 20 runs. Not one of our running backs can get more than 10 carries, and I don't fucking understand why, dude. I really don't understand why. And people will make the kid, you know what, well, Jalen Hurts is running it. Some of those runs, dude, if you pay attention to the fucking game, some of those runs from Jalen Hurts were not design runs. They were him creating time, getting out of the pocket because of the play call that didn't fucking work, and he ran for yardage. So you could take away like 4 or 3 of those runs that he had in the rushing column into just up in the air runs. They were created runs. They weren't designed run. They weren't, you know what? The coach didn't say, Jay, you're going to run it. It's a quarterback sneak. They weren't those kind of plays. There was only like 2 or 3, like the tush push. That's a design play. That's something that the coaches called. You know, the other plays where he takes a direct snap and starts running it straight up the line. That's a design play. That's something that the coaches called. But all those where he's stepping up in the pocket, looking downfield, stepping up in the pocket, and then runs it, those aren't design runs. That's not design runs. That's him creating yardage and trying to get the first down. And that's all I have to say, man. I mean, about this damn game. Fucking coaches, man. Like for reals. And I'm not talking about Nick Sirianni. I'm talking about the offense and defensive coordinator, man. They got to get it right, dude. If we're in there in the long haul, if they want to get there to the big game and get it done, they got to fucking figure it out and get their head out of their ass, dude. Because it was literally a both combination that lost us this game. The fact that the secondary couldn't figure it out, we couldn't stop their offense. I believe they went 8 out of 10 in third down conversion for the second straight week, allowing third down conversions. I mean, this third fucking down. Get creative. And then for the offense, another fucking game where this is a lot like the Jets fucking game. Can't run the football. We can't run the football, and I don't know why, dude. I don't know. I don't know if they just panic or they just like, you know what? We're gonna throw it downfield. They're just so confident they're gonna throw it downfield every single drive, gambling on that, and we fell behind. At one point, it was 35 to 13, dude. I mean, and then it was, what was it, 42 to 19 final. I mean, if you throw at least 20 runs in there, we get downfield, we score something, man. We score something. We might have not won this game. I'm going to give the Niners their credit. We might have not won this game, but we would have lost by 2. I mean, come on. You have to give yourself a chance. You cannot play predictable football. You cannot just run the ball the whole game, or you cannot pass the ball the whole game. You have to pass and run. Pass and run. That's the only way you won't be predictable. So, I mean, for the 6th, 7th straight, well, since the beginning of the fucking season, I've been saying this, dude, that we need to run and pass the football balanced style, balancing, like literally even 50-50. You have to do that. You have to do that. As much as you like one more than the other, that's the way things have to be to have balanced football and to keep the defense honest. Because there's just so many things you can do if you get everybody up front and you want to take those shots downfield, which apparently we're in love with. Because every time, like almost of all these plays, I should say, that I see Jalen Hurts looking down the field and running out and then trying to get yardage. He's looking down the field. He's looking at it like they're calling deep passes. 30 of these pass plays, and not all of them were completed. Were probably deep pass plays. Like they wanted to pass it downfield. And I understand all that, dude. Like, you know what? Yeah, I want to take deep shots too. Sometimes. But in a series, I'm gonna run the fucking football at least twice. At least twice in a series. And if I get a first down, I'm gonna run it 2 more times. On the scoring, on the 12 play, 10 play, even on a 9 play drive, you're gonna see 4 or 5 runs in that drive. If I'm the fucking coordinator, dude. If I'm the fucking coordinator. And if you see, oh, you know what? Well, this run isn't working. Find a different fucking designed run. Jesus, dude, like, football's not hard. Football's not hard. You draft good, You get good players, and you get a good coach and a good play caller and offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, and a damn aggressive head coach. Football isn't hard. Jesus, man. I mean, that's all for me, guys. Remember to follow your boy. Obviously, I'm pissed, right? But honestly, the loss is inevitable. You're gonna lose games. Nobody's perfect. You're gonna end up losing games. Okay. I'm more pissed off that we didn't lose in a fashion where, like I said, we were in balance. We didn't play balanced football. We didn't call a balanced game, and that shit pisses me off the most because that puts more of the loss on the coach play callers. Both defensive, offensive, and defensive coordinator are rookie coordinators, man. They haven't done it before. And if they have, I mean, they should be better. Seriously, dude. They should be better. That's all for me, guys. Remember to follow your boy, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next week on the number one game of all season, bro. The Eagles visit Dallas. Man, I need a drink for this game, and I want to have a good time. And I hope we have a balanced game, man. I can only hope and pray these guys get their head out of their ass, man. That's all for me, guys. Peace out.